Hi everybody. This is the first of our 2-week lessons. So I'm covering week 3 and week 4 in this video, and you should find in Canvas that week 3 and week 4 are both opened up. This is because there's a little bit more material to cover than you did in weeks 1 and 2. You're going to have to learn how to work with some of Python's basic data types that make it a little bit different than other languages. And namely, you're going to be working with lists, which is something that other languages don't have in quite the same way, and also with strings, which other languages have, but there are differences. We're also going to get into some text file input and output. So you're going to be reading from files and writing to files, and you're going to have to then use what you know about lists and strings to manipulate what you read. We'll learn about the difference between mutable and immutable data types. That's something that's unique to Python. And then we'll get into some of Python's statistical analysis functions that you can import from the statistics package. All of this is leading up to being able to write a program that won't be due until the end of the 4th week. But that program involves reading a file that's a file that I created in Excel and saved as a comma-separated values file. So you're going to learn how to read tabular data just as a text file, strip out the commas, the new line characters, and so on. Get all of your data, work through all of it to be able to take different subsets of it to write some programs about that will print out means and medians and highest values and lowest values and so on. So this will give you a taste of doing some data analysis with Python with data that comes from a form that is frequently seen in the world, that is spreadsheet type data. Now let me just show you what you're expected to do. I'm going to open up the week at a glance, and you can see on this that I've got 5 videos for you. Now I've spread it out, watch 1 video a day. That may not be practical for some of you. Some of you may watch 2 or 3 on one day, skip a day, watch a couple on another. You may want to spread it out over an entire week. You may want to try and do it all at one sitting. That's up to you and what your schedule is like, all the other things that are happening in your life. There is also one social interaction type of activity. Instead of a group Skype session this week, I've built a crowdsourced list using the list.ly crowdsourcing feature on the web that's called Python resources. And you're going to go find some Python resources and post them to this crowdsourced list in the first week, and you have to finish this by Friday. You can't be late because everybody is going to need to use the posts that you put in. So you've got Monday through Friday to go in, find something on the web that you think might be helpful to students of Python programming. I put one of them in there as a starter. I put in the Code Academy site, which I know several of you have used in the past. And you'll see from that the sort of information that I want you to put in. So go ahead and make sure you read that assignment carefully. You're going to be finding one website and writing about it, putting a link in and writing about what you think it's good for and what you think it's not good for. Then in the second week, you're going to go through and try out your classmates' entries and respond right in that list to at least 2 of them, saying, yes, I used this and I found it was helpful, or it wasn't helpful, or here's something unusual about it, or here's a quirk that I found, or wow, this looks like it'd be good for some particular aspect of programming. And then you're going to go in and upvote, like people's recommendations, so that by the end of the second week, we've got a list that's been put together by all 16 of you that has comments about how to use these, and that also winds up getting sorted by the ones that you think are most important. Hopefully then you can use it throughout the rest of the course. There will be one quiz as usual. That quiz has 10 questions, and it checks to make sure that you've really gotten the information that you needed to get from the 5 videos, and that you're ready to write the programming assignment. And then one programming assignment for the 2-week period. So it isn't due until the end of 2 weeks, won't be due until Monday the 23rd of February. This is a longer program than the ones you wrote for guessing a number or the very first week, which was a pretty short program. This is going to require some work to test it out. I've got some sample data for you to test it with. It's probably something you're not going to be able to do all at one sitting, so make sure you allow yourself some time for it. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me, and good luck with all the work. Happy programming.